This is our wreck C63 that we left to rot for over a year. And in today's video, you're gonna find out how we got this V8 into this car and if it still runs after a year.
That's right, this C63 has been abandoned for over a year, and it is not in the best shape at all.
You know what to do, boys?
Yeah.
On this one?
It was dirty and covered in spider's webs. The engine had been pushed back from the impact, and there was a huge hole in the intake manifold. There really wasn't much of this car that was good. It smells like someone's died in here. So, we knew what we had to do to start fixing this car. We had to drop the engine, because all the mounts on this thing were stuffed, and it would be easier to fix this engine's issues with it out of the car. So we did just that. Then, we ended last video by replacing the intake manifold, and this engine was already looking a lot better than before. So now, it's time to get these rocker covers on and get this engine back in the car. Alright, let's get these covers on, eh? Hey. Make sure that gasket won't move.
Don't move.
No leaking. Final bolts, we're in. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Happy days. Now I gotta do the start pattern.
Christian got the other cover on, then we also had to drill out some of the transmission mount bolts that had snapped when the car took a hit. There we go, shoot it out. Then we put on our good transmission mount bracket that we took off of our blown C63S engine, as they used the same bracket. This engine's really coming together now.
Yes, rocker covers are on.
This car is getting an engine today, guys. Promise.
Alright guys, the next piece of preventive maintenance is going to be not replacing, but just cleaning the injectors, which we've already done, assembling everything back on the fuel rail and then getting it back on the engine, just so that none of these are gummed up, so that the engine will run as best as it can. And to get them on, it's quite simple really. You put them like that with this flat bit here facing that flat bit there. You push it in really firmly, it seems. Then you have a clip like that, and the clip just slides down. It's a little bit finicky, but you'll get there in the end. And that is all 8 connectors on, ready to go back in. They're nice and clean on the edge of the tip of them, as you can see. Just so that this engine runs perfectly, because it wasn't treated the best in its past life, or serviced as often, as you would have seen on the rocker covers. Very dark oil, very dark stains, means hasn't been serviced. Service your car, people.
That's right. As we've seen with many of our rebuilds, some people are clearly scared of the term maintenance. So, we got the injectors in, and the next step was to do the pulleys and the belt. There we go.
People.
She's on. Now this M156 was finally looking more like an engine, and it was almost time to put it back into our C63. However, first we had to fix the engine mounts, which were one of the main reasons we removed this engine in the first place. So, this is the old bolt, look how bent that is there. Now we're going to remove the other bolt. There we go, look how cracked that is, guys. That is completely destroyed from that impact. Absolutely crazy. Wow. And the other one, not actually that bad on this one. And we got our new mounts from FCP, same as the OEM ones from factory. And we're gonna put these on now and get this thing sitting right. So, we bolted up the mounts to the subframe, which was actually really easy with the engine out. Then, we had to secure the engine onto the mounts. Those mounts are now on, and it's now sitting on its own weight. Look at that, mate. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. This thing's pretty much fixed now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it over, put some power to the starter. Could have been a bit of water in there when we cleaned it, so we wanna shoot out that water. Don't want to hydro-lock another engine.
And make sure it still turns over, since it last ran 2 years or a year and a half ago.
Yeah, we need to know that this engine's actually good.
It's not going to run, but it'll turn over, which means it's not seized.
We're going to find out. We're going to turn this thing over.
Hopefully it doesn't have ferrous codes.
Yeah. I'm going to cover the Porsche up. Could shoot some crap out. This thing hasn't been running in ages.
Oh, I thought the minute you connected it just goes.
I'm scared.
I don't know how this works.
It's gonna blow up.
I think work health and safety approves of this.
Of course. Oh, she moved.
Nothing.
Now that we had more peace of mind knowing that the engine turned over nicely, we began to rebuild the rest of the engine, starting with the spark plugs and the coil packs. Then we got the intakes on, and this engine was looking proper again. To be honest, Christian, the M156 is truly,
The engine's done, ready to run.
truly coming together. There we go. Alright, the engine is now ready to go back in, and part 1 of this build is almost complete. However, we still have so much more to come for this car, as we have some things ordered that are going to transform this car into a spectacle that you can't miss out on the road. Please be sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you enjoy our content, and like the video if you enjoyed it. We cannot thank you guys enough for your support, and please don't hesitate to comment any feedback or ideas. Now, getting back to getting this engine in.
We're getting that in there now, because it's pretty much together.
This big old bang, and there.
Yeah. Should be.
She is gonna run. We're gonna run this thing. No coolant. We got oil though.
Yeah, we can start it for like a second, surely. Surely.
Sure, 100%. We got this. This thing's going in right now.
We have run many engines without coolant, guys. We're good owners.
Exactly.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that on camera.
Yeah, maybe not.
So, like usual, we elected to use the forklift and some pallets to get this engine in. It may be a bit sketchy, but hey, it hasn't failed us yet. We guided the engine in and got ready to bolt her in.
Alright guys, so we have just moved the engine all into position. We're gonna do the string trick again that people made fun of us for, but it works. And then we got the prop bolts underneath, which we've just done.
Everything is pretty much aligned, so.
We're about to bolt her up, and this thing will be engine swap. We took the engine out in a day, and we're putting it back in a day. Fixed
And maybe
it.
running it for like a couple seconds.
Possibly. So not be the last time we do this, because as we said, we're doing crazy things with this car. That is still a plan. We're going up, operation engine in, that front bolt in, so we can get this engine at least held on somehow. So that bolts up, and we're almost there, one step closer to this engine being in. Alright guys, down CJ Rebuilds, me and Chris, we're gonna put the transmission mount on. Isn't that right, Chris?
Yep. That is right, Jake.
Good man.
Turns out, one of the pieces of wood that we used to hold the engine up ended up blocking us and just would not cooperate. As you can see by Christian's struggling.
Come.
Oh my god. Can you tell me how we are? Hey, boy. Who's lifting the trans?
You know what? You can use this wood to do it. Just push up. Yep. Go up more. Let go. I'm using my hands. Oh my god, okay.
There we go. Going down. This is it, Chris.
The big moment.
The engine is going to be in now. We're all good.
Engine in.
Beautiful. Yeah! There we go. Whew.
Second engine ever in.
Second one. That's how we do it. Wow. She's back. She is back.
That is a celebratory fist bump, guys. Well done. Well done.
There we go, guys. Good job.
Well done.
Good job, Chris.
Yes.
Good job, man. We did it. Another one. Does it face? Does this bracket face this way or that way?
It goes that way because it's aerodynamic for the windbreak.
Ah, there you go. Might be right. Prop shaft is now bolted on and everything has come together. This thing is so close to being started. Everything's being plugged in now.
All right, guys. The engine is now finally in. We've done a couple things off camera, just that you boring to watch. We put in this plate here.
They've
bolted
already
up.
said that was actually on camera.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, well, you would have seen.
We did all that.
What you didn't see was we put these things in. We connected the steering column. Yeah, just
All the plugs for the transmission, all on.
Yeah, exhaust is bolted up.
Exhaust is bolted completely up.
O2 sensors.
Prop shaft, we did the prop shaft.
And yeah, just
Now?
miscellaneous stuff. Now it's suspension so we can get it rolling.
Yep, this thing is going to be moving.
We began on the suspension, which was thankfully pretty easy on this car. The time of firing this thing up was getting closer and closer, and we could not wait.
Awesome. Now bring it down onto the ground. It is all on.
On the floor with the motor in it, no more pushed back. Where it should be.
Exactly where she should be, on the mounts nicely.
Great job.
Great work. This first motor that we're doing in this car is back together.
That's a bit of a leak.
That is a bit of a leak.
First motor, yeah.
This is the first motor we're putting in, but there'll be something else.
This is as stock as they come. This is the lowest model engine that you can get for a W204 C63.
True.
So that's another hint. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. What do you think we're doing with this car? It's not, I promise you when it's done, it will not be. It'll be far from stock.
That's right, this thing will be far from stock, and it will definitely be the fastest thing we've ever rebuilt. So, we're super excited, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now that this engine is in, we need to get it ready for its first start.
Now that the engine's in, it is our job to get it running again. So, there are a few things we have to do to get this thing running again.
What
Can you
does
name
an
a few?
engine need to run, people?
Well,
Fuel, air, spark.
compression.
Well, yeah, that's a given. But yes, there's a couple things and a little bit of cooling, but an engine can run for a short amount of time with no cooling.
That's what we're gonna do.
So that's what we're gonna do because
We don't have rides yet. Still waiting.
we don't have a lot of parts that are still coming.
Exactly.
So stay tuned.
We need to connect the fuel lines. We need all the vacuums to connect them up. What else do we need, Chris?
ECU.
The ECU, that's right.
It only needs three things: fuel, air, spark.
And we're starting this thing up.
We hope. We're doing the heater pipe first,
Heater pipe on.
and then something else.
Something else. Something else. Vacuum line going on. Come on, mate. Have that. Vacuum line's on.
That's well good.
All right, guys. So right now we're gonna put on the battery because we're so close to starting this thing. But how are you gonna start a car without a battery, Chris?
Did you actually just ask me that?
How are you gonna start a car without a battery?
You're not.
All right, Christian, mate.
Quite the selection.
Which one out of our 20 batteries are we using today? All right, pick her up. It is time. Not yet, almost time. All right, plug in the ECU.
The time has come. Time to put on the intakes. With the guides.
You can do the honors.
And get this M156 roaring once again.
All right, guys. Everything is now on. This thing is ready to start up for the first time. This is a big, big moment.
It's very big.
Wow.
A year and a half.
Year and a half. This thing has been dormant, and now we are about to start it. All right, guys. We are almost ready with the power to start this thing in my hand. We are first gonna obviously connect the battery, because we are trying to start this thing up. There we go, she has power. First time in a year, she has power. We are so close to starting this thing.
Here we go.
Are you ready, Christian?
I'm very much
Are
ready.
you ready? I'm scared, man. I'm so scared.
Is this gonna be like the other one where it fails 5 times? Does it read what gear it's in? No. It doesn't start.
Nothing happens at all. Actually, we don't have ignition. Guys, this is a fail. I think the transitions, because look in here. That's not even in at all. There's nothing there. I think that's what's stopping us, because I can't take the key out, so the car thinks it's gonna roll, so we'll need to take the key out. Okay, so we've just had a memory come in, and we actually took off this relay ages ago. I don't remember why we took it off, but we took it off. So that could be the reason why we're getting no power at all. We took it off for some reason. We were testing with the 507, which was the first car we ever rebuilt. We were testing something with that. This was what we took out. Don't blow up. Now we're gonna go for take 2. Relays in.
We need ignition first.
And we still don't have ignition.
There's no gear.
Doesn't know what gear it's in. But that shouldn't stop ignition.
Are you sure about that, Jake?
Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. We have put in the gear shifter. Now it should hopefully give us ignition because it knows what gear it's in. I'm scared. Are you scared?
Very scared.
Oh my god, man. This is that gear shifter now, guys. This is what we're working with. A nice little lever. Oh, that's the noise. That's the noise we should be hearing. There we go. Now we got ignition, and it knows it's in park.
Oh dear.
And that radio down. Restraint system malfunction. Coolant. Washer fluid.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. Let's see if this thing starts up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm scared. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Wow!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
That sounds
Oh my
way different.
god! Wow, that was good.
A year and a half and she started right
She
up.
started right up. That sounds way different from the other one.
Wow. Where'd that oil come from?
Wow.
Ah, I see.
Wow, wow. We're losing a bit of oil, guys, and coolant.
Oh no, that's what we're gonna
Oh,
do in
no.
the video.
Another.
Right. Nah, we know about this one. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just gotta get some rags.
Wow. After a year, it started up that easily. We did
Pretty
pretty
crazy,
We did
huh?
a good job. Where's all that fluid come from?
I think it's sprayed out of where the transmission cooler is.
That was really deep.
That was deep.
Like,
It was
deep.
it must be the Ram cats or something.
God knows. But that's like really
Let's give it a
basic.
quick wipe, man.
Yeah, that is weird, huh?
Start her again. Wow, that's so different to the other one. It's deep. Jesus, it stinks. Wow.
Smells like egg.
Jesus. Wow. She.
No cat smells better than that.
I think she might be overheating. Let's give it a light rev.
What is that noise?
I don't know. give it a light rev. Why not?
That's what happens when I rev
Whoa.
it. It sounds like a Z.
What the hell? That's nice. Wait, that's kind of nice. Oh my god. That's weird.
It's like a Commodore.
Alright guys, well, we did it. The
did
car
do it.
starts. That was the goal. Started the car. And now, we have a lot of big things to do with this car. We are not done at all. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, this is like 5% of the work, so got a lot coming for you guys.
Yep.
We certainly do. This is just the beginning of this build, and we have a lot more to come. As well as another new project that will be starting very, very soon, which will also be something that we've never done before, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content, and leave a comment if you have any feedback, ideas, or questions. We will see you guys all very, very soon.